This technique was used by a lot of people, and studies showed that this technique worked magically for them and gave such great results that they were too surprised to see the improvements. So, if it's helping them, I believe it will help you also. And it is a proven technique adopted by the speech therapists in the world. My mind goes blank when I speak in English. Now, this is the one problem that we all have heard so many times, that our mind goes blank whenever we try to speak in English. And do you know what? It happens. It's natural. It used to happen with me also, and I can totally understand if it's happening with you. I have a few ideas to share with you on the video today, and I am 101% sure that they will help you. So there are some amazing tips for you, and if you follow those tips, even if you follow one of those that I am going to tell you about in the video today, I am sure you will be far ahead of where you are right now with this problem of yours. So let's get started. My name is Vanpreet Kaur and welcome back to Learn English Quick with Vanpreet. I hope you are doing absolutely fine, and let's start today's video. We are going to talk about this, a very common issue of my mind goes blank when I speak in English. Words are not coming to my mind. So you take pause, your confidence is lost and shaky. You are scared, you are hesitant, and you don't want to continue. You are like, man, I'm done. I'm not going to continue. This is just too hard. I don't want to continue. Alright, just hear me out. I got a tip for you, and I will convince you that this is not supposed to be your approach. Your approach should be of a fighter. Your approach should not be of a somebody who is ready to give up on the first obstacle. Okay, just hear me. I am going to be sharing with you a few tips which I have proposed in my personal life, and I'll add some new tips as per the studies that are quite effective. Now, the first thing I want to share with you over here is that the problem is not your vocabulary. You just need very few words to speak properly in English. So the problem is not with the vocabulary. The problem is with your hesitation. The hesitation you face whenever you are trying to do something new, because you are habitual of speaking in your mother tongue. And as we all know, English is our second language. So we speak in our mother tongue and not very used to speaking in English. So there is this hesitation. This is the main issue. And then there is another problem. The problem is your habit of the mind to attach itself to comfort. Your mind is not ready to give up on your comfort zone. That is the another problem you are facing right now. Trust me guys, if you can speak well in Hindi, then you can speak well in English too. If you can say something in Hindi, you can say it in English also. It does not need too much to speak in English, which you have just spoken in Hindi. Just give it a try. ये बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है. इसको इंग्लिश में कैसे बोलें? Is it difficult to say? This is looking nice. यह बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है. If you can say something in Hindi, it was just a very lame. I'm sorry about the lameness of the example. It was so simple. But it just occurred to me and I did it. So the thing is, I used to think that when I was on my journey of learning English, of learning fluency in English, And I used to think this of myself, that if I can say something in Hindi, I am 100% sure I can say it in English also. And this is what I used to actually practice, that I used to actually saying something in Hindi, I would stop myself and I would say that thing in English. And right then you need to correct yourself. Right then. Another thing I would want to say over here is that think of all the benefits you will receive once you master your English, master your communication skills, because communication have a lot to do with English these days. I have also made a video on how to improve your communication skills that I will be sharing the link in the description box below. You can't deny it, and I'll also agree with you. There is definitely a connection between communication skills and the command over English, and we can't really deny it. So think of all the benefits that may come to you once you start practicing English regularly and start overcoming the problem and the pain you feel when you are trying to speak in English and the words are not coming to your mind, and your mind is actually giving you a lot of trouble and blanking out. Think of all the benefits just for once. Think of all the benefits, and the light of gain is going to help you overcome the darkness of pain. And that is what I want to you on a very strong note here. The gain is so much more than the pain, but for the gain to come to you, first you have to handle this pain. Actually, it's not our mother tongue, and none of us it just like that in our blood. It never came to me like that. I used to struggle each day, and that is how gradually it started to come to me, and things started getting easier, and that is how they will become easier for you as well. I mean, after all, you are also a human being, right? None of us are superhumans. None of us are supernatural. I don't know what to say here. Well, I hope you get my idea, right? It's just that how quickly you walk it. So just walk the path and reach the destination. Why are you delaying? Let's talk about a few techniques. Some of them are magical, like one of them is to speak in front of the mirror. It works magically. Just shut the door of your room, stand in front of the mirror, and speak to yourself in English. This is a proven technique, and studies have backed it also. No matter how much your heart wants to go back to your mother tongue, don't let it happen. Okay? There will be moments after one or two sentences where you would want to go back to your mother tongue. Don't know that, otherwise what is the point of standing in front of the mirror and speaking? It's pointless. I mean, you're not crazy, right? Trying to speak to yourself. There is a reason behind you standing in front of the mirror and talking to yourself. So no matter how much the heart wants, don't move to your mother tongue. Continue only English. Speak up, speak to yourself in English. Standing in front of the mirror, choose a topic on which you can have a conversation with yourself. Choose these simple English words. Make simple English sentences so it's easy for you. And when you are start feeling like okay, I am confident enough and I can go and increase on my level, then you can add some advanced words, or you can make some advanced level sentences, but only when you have hold over the basic. Talk about fruits, vegetables, or even your favorite room in your house. Talk about the movies, or maybe some character in the movie, or maybe about what your heart actually wants, your desires, your fantasies, whatever. So mirror technique is one of them, and the another technique is the technique that I personally followed when I was learning English, where you can put on your earphones and put on some music so that you can't hear yourself speaking, and then try and record yourself. So try and record yourself on a video and start speaking in English. This technique was used by a lot of people and their feedback was that it worked magically for them and they are improving. It's working for them, it's giving great results, and it is a proven technique adopted by the speech therapists in the world. So why not try doing it yourself? So all you have to do is put on the music, record yourself on the camera so that you can go back to the recording and hear yourself. And when the music is on, you won't be able to hear yourself speaking. Your hesitation will be under control. Then the another technique is not to use the fancy words. You are not here to impress someone. You are here to learn this language for yourself. Absolutely simple words. Maybe I have said it 1,000 times and I'll say it till eternity. Do not use fancy words. Keep it simple. Or you can follow the KISS technique. K, keep, I, it, S, super, S, simple. Keep it super simple. It's the KISS technique. Okay, coming back, the another way is to practice English. So if I'm watching something on Netflix, I would pause the show and I will repeat exactly the same thing what the character said. So repeat the subtitles. Speak them out to yourself. That is when your mind will get training, adopt the idea and be familiar with new words. And one last thing I would say is the most important thing to follow in order to actually work this problem out completely is I will spell it out for you. Practice. Practice. Just practice. That's what you got to do. Practice. I mean, to learn a new language without practicing it is a waste of time. Not me. Thousands people say that. Million people say that. So practice is the most important, most necessary element in learning any language. And remember one thing, if it was so easy without practicing, you would not wanted it. You want it because it is difficult. Now I'll explain you this concept with the help of an example. You know, it's not a matter of good or bad. It's not a matter of easy or difficult. Imagine you just hear me out with an example. Drinking water is extremely good for your health. You know that, right? But do we drink enough water? Do we actually drink enough water in a day? No. Why so? Because it is easily available. Now imagine yourself in the middle of a desert. You are in the center of a desert and you have half liter of water left with you. Only half liter. And there is this scorching heat, too much heat, and you have just this much amount of water with you. Now imagine the worth of water. Will you even waste a single drop of it? No, you will not, because now it is difficult. It is not available. So anything which is not randomly available is something that your heart desperately wants it. If it's easily available, you won't value it. That is how it is. So there is this quotation. It's funny. This is the quote by Bob Marley. If she's amazing, she won't be easy. If she's easy, she won't be amazing. This is exactly the case with English. I hope this video was helpful. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe to the channel. Like, comment and share the video. Till the next video, take good care of yourself and keep practicing. Till then, bye-bye.